Recent discussions in U.S. strategic circles have raised an intriguing question. Will a U.S. strike on Iran actually deter China from pursuing military action against Taiwan? The idea is that a rapid and overwhelming military response by the U.S. could showcase its military prowess, sending a clear signal to both Iran and potential adversaries like China and Russia. The underlying belief is that if Beijing witnesses the U.S. capability to strike decisively, it may reconsider any aggressive moves toward Taiwan. However, this perspective may overlook a critical factor. Deterrence operates effectively only when both parties share similar fears. In Western strategic thought, the assumption is that if the potential costs of an action are perceived as too high, rational actors will opt for restraint. This is particularly true in democracies, where leaders face consequences such as severe economic sanctions, international isolation, and domestic political backlash. These factors create a context in which rational decisions can be made to avoid conflict. Yet China and Russia function under very different political systems that do not necessarily conform to these Western assumptions. In highly centralized regimes, the calculus of costs and benefits is altered. For leaders like Xi Jinping and Vladimir Putin, maintaining internal stability and authority often takes precedence over external pressures. Thus, economic sanctions or diplomatic isolation might be viewed as manageable challenges rather than deterrence. Moreover, the psychological aspect of coercion plays a significant role. Political scientists have noted that in authoritarian systems, external pressure can lead to a coercion resistance effect, where leaders become more defiant rather than compliant. Both Xi and Putin, as powerful figures in their respective countries, may interpret a U.S. strike not as a deterrent, but as a reminder that major powers act according to their own strategic interests, often disregarding international consequences if they believe their objectives are paramount. Ultimately, the real challenge lies in understanding how different political systems perceive risks and consequences. Effective deterrence requires more than just military might. It demands insight into the motivations and calculations of potential adversaries. If one side prioritizes political control and internal stability over external pressures, the expected deterrent effect of a military display may not materialize as anticipated.